afternoon, people. I'm Jeanette Hill here, and I am talking to Bernie Barrett today. Thank you very much for joining us, Bernie.
It's a pleasure.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about, I thought we would talk about creativity today because we were talking about earlier, and I thought it was interesting. Maybe our listeners might be interested to hear about how, as you get older and you get to retire and you get a little bit more money, because a little bit more time anyway.
Not much more money.
Not much more money, but certainly time. We can retire and concentrate on things that you like to do. Do you want to tell us a little bit about things that you've been doing recently? Like, I was thinking, first of all, about the comedy.
Yes.
What you've been doing in terms of comedy clubs, etc., getting back into it. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
I'm trying to. I believe there's stand-up comedians older than me, so I'm trying to be a stand-up comedian.
Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. And how's it going?
It's not well.
You've been doing the gigs, haven't you, recently?
I've been. To be honest, it's difficult because it involves organisation. You see, you can talk about creativity, but creativity tends to be attached to organisation.
But you have done a few, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have. Yes. Yeah. I have got back into it, and I go to a beautiful drama workshop that is designed for people over 60, and I think that is invigorated all of us.
Is it drama or is it just for comedy, for stand-up comedy?
No, this is for drama.
Drama?
This is yes, not comedy at all. Although, no, not comedy. It's a drama workshop run in Hackney for people over 60. It's called Immediate Theatre.
Excellent.
And I think it's a very good thing. And, you know, the fact that everyone is older and everyone is thoroughly enjoying this, making friends and being creative. And
yeah.
I would recommend things like this for older people over 60.
You did say it seemed to stimulate the comedy even. Did you say that? The comedy writing?
No, you made that up.
I'm sure you said to me, it's the drama class that you're going to has stimulated the comedy writing.
No, that's a different class.
So that's what is that other class that you're going to then?
The other class is a comedy workshop for all ages. I am probably the oldest, but there's a few older women there.
Yeah.
But that is for all ages, and it's a workshop for budding stand-up comedians to help us with writing material.
Excellent.
Writing funny jokes.
That'll be the one then. You've been writing funny jokes for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about your actual writing that you're telling me that you've been doing?
I've seemed to. I bought a book, Julia Cameron. She's very well known. This time I actually read it.
Yeah, go on.
She recommends things called morning pages. So she recommends that anyone who wishes to writes 3 big pages every single morning of their lives.
And you've been doing that?
Yes, I have. And it actually, if you commit to it, it works. It's very, very interesting. It does seem to get you to write things. I would recommend this for anyone who has ideas about writing, which is most of the population.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, because we all have stories. Especially as we get older. The more older women that I speak to and I hear about their lives, I think, oh my God, that's a book, that's a film, that's a Netflix.
It's true. It's true. And it's very sad that because these things do get lost.
Yeah.
So, it's sad. And so really, if you know any older people at all, get their stories and write them down, because otherwise they will get lost.
Yeah. What do you mean if I know older people? I only know older people.
Well, I keep thinking I know nobody old at all. I still think I'm in my heyday. I'm thinking 90-year-olds, that sort of age.
I love your positivity.
No, I would recommend the morning pages.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of your morning pages because you were saying
they also. She says they're quite therapeutic. They get a lot of thoughts off your mind. You can put them down on paper so they're not in your head.
And I quite like the idea you said, just think first draft, so it doesn't matter, instead of being so...
Yes, that really helps. No, I think they're even before a first draft. Nobody is ever to see these. They're not for any public consumption. So it could be very badly written. That doesn't matter at all, as long as it's written.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? Really takes the pressure off you, doesn't it?
Very much. There is a saying, I don't know who said it, but there is a saying, don't get it right, get it written.
Yeah, that was probably me, because most
It was
wives...
probably you. Yes. And the other thing about Julie, I mean, she was married to Martin Scorsese or somebody. I think it was him. Did he made that film? Oh, one of those films where they
made
kill
lots
each
of
other.
films, yeah, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, they kill each other, don't they? They're gangsters. But I don't know if it's because she's American, but she's very religious, which I find reassuring. And she says, one of the things she says, you take care of the quantity, let God take care of the quality.
Yeah, never works for me.
It doesn't have to be God. It could be a higher power.
Right. Like my cat.
But it's not. It means I do there in the morning. Because I know what to write. So I say, come on, God, get this done. And it works.
Excellent.
Blake apparently Blake, what's his name? Blake, the one that wrote Jerusalem, that one.
Yeah, William Blake. Yeah.
He used the same method. So I'm following a great tradition.
Yeah, he did.
He said that his poems, etc., were dictated by God.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he said that directly, but he certainly was influenced by his ideas on spirituality. A different God from the Catholic God, right enough, but very interesting.
Oh, that's all right. I like the Indian ones at the moment.
Which particular ones?
I can't pronounce it, so I won't bother trying. Or I'll show myself up on Scottish radio.
Podcast. Well, that
I mentioned if anyone wants to buy a caravan.
Everyone wants to buy a caravan. You're selling a caravan.
Stranraer is a beautiful part of your beautiful country.
It is beautiful.
And you can buy a nice caravan there, very cheap.
Because this creativity is all very well, but it doesn't actually pay the bills. We know that. We know.
No, that's the other problem. So I think votes for pensioners or something. more pension for pensioners.
Definitely. But you would recommend creativity because you're saying it challenges for isolation for a start because you're going out to clubs to meet other people to do that. Yeah, and it's also
the theatre workshop is very, very sociable. 3 of them came to watch my comedy. I believe they laughed.
Somebody laughed at your comedy. That's amazing.
I believe they did. Mind you, one of them was deaf.
but it's also good, as you were saying, for depression or for general mental health. Yeah.
I believe creativity. I believe is very good for your mental health.
Yeah.
And for making you happy. But this is because I've read Julia Cameron, and that's what she says.
Yeah.
And it stops you wanting money, but in my case, that's not kicked in yet.
Well, we all need to pay a gas bill, as you said.
Yeah, it stops you just focusing on the materialistic. It gives you, other sort of goals and things.
Yeah.
Other outlets.
Yeah.
So instead of going shopping, write a book.
Yeah. Yes, this is a good idea. I like it. I like the idea of it. Yeah.
Yes.
And I especially like the idea of mixing with other people in writing groups because writing can be a very lonely thing. Yeah, if you don't. Yeah. Yes,
they are very keen at the Comedy Writers Workshop. They're very, very keen on collaboration.
Yeah.
I think that it brings a bit more perspective. Somebody tells you their joke and you think, oh, that's good, but you could add this onto it or that onto it, or you could say that is not remotely funny at all.
Yeah,
but
it's another way.
Nice.
Yeah, seeing other people's point of view as well. I think really. Yeah,
and not stuck on your own, just writing, trying to.
Yeah.
So yes, and again, it's a nice social thing every Sunday.
Lovely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's people of all ages. It's not just old people.
Yeah. Which, of course, you're not because you're not 90 yet. I love that one.
Exactly. I'm not there yet.
And we won't leave it on that rude joke that you told me earlier because, come on, you're a respectable Irish Catholic girl. You shouldn't be doing that. So.
No. I would be shocked to hear any rude jokes. Rude jokes I find very shocking.
Absolutely.
Even my friend said I was the only clean one in the whole show.
Well, you weren't
That
quite.
she hasn't seen my last.
Yeah, chancing the
I
last
daren't
one.
invite her again.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Bernie. It was really kind.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.